Hey bitches! Okay, that's not my intro.
Oh my god, I've never been on a YouTube channel before.
Me neither.
Like you, bitch.
Hey everyone!
Hey.
It's been a long time since I've made a video, but I'm back and I have a special guest named Zach. We're hydrating with water today.
Cheers.
Got some reusable straws because, you know, save the turtles or whatever. It's been a long time. Anyway, we're basically gonna do like a Q&A type thing while I do his makeup.
Well, this will be my second time ever wearing makeup because you did my first time.
I did his
Stunning.
makeup with the Blue Blood palette.
He's so humble. Don't let him fool you.
No, my channel really isn't a beauty channel, so
He's coming for the industry, watch out.
So I have a bunch of palettes here. There's a lot of different types of looks that we can create.
James
We have a James Charles palette.
You already know what it looks like.
It's actually dirty. Jaclyn Hill, you know. Morphe 35V and 35O. This one was my first palette, and yeah, it was the first palette I ever had. I went to the Morphe in Burbank to get that palette, and that's what started everything. So I'm actually broke. I make my clients bring their own primer because I can't pay for my own. Don't look at my toes.
How do we prime again?
It'll help your foundation stick on better. Also helps fill your pores so that the foundation or whatever products you use like smooth on the surface of your face. Whatever. Now we're gonna head into foundation. We are not the same skin tone, so I had to have him. We have the L'Oreal Paris Infallible up to 24 hours fresh wear foundation. I usually use the NARS foundation. There's like a couple types, but I use one of them. And then before that I was using the Born This Way Too Faced foundation, which was really good. I liked the formula. The first foundation I ever had was a Neutrogena foundation, and I was like not into spending money on makeup, so I actually got it from the clearance aisle. And it was actually the only shade, so God bless the fact that it actually matched my skin tone.
Some people use sponges, you prefer to use a brush.
Yes.
Why? What's the difference?
So I do prefer using brushes only because I feel like people love the sponge like movement or whatever, but ever since I bought this brush from the Jeffree Star brush collection with Morphe, it was just like, it changed my life because it's so smooth.
Just goes on easier.
Like it applies, like it has more coverage. When you use a sponge, there's a lot of like loss in the foundation. It just doesn't do what I want it to do. If I get drunk enough, I might go out, so we'll see.
I really wish I went out last night, to be honest. It was his going away last night. He's finally getting out of Korea. We're gonna miss him.
I've been here for 373 days, and that is way more than enough time to be in Korea.
What would you say about your experience here?
Every time you PCS or every time you move to a new
Same.
area, it's so hard to find your people, but like once I found my people, I was good.
Every time you like PCS, our jobs are never the same. Like you never know what you're gonna be doing. Like not only are you getting into like a new environment, a new country, culture shock, you have no friends, you don't know anybody, and you're doing a completely different job. It's just, the first couple of months are always rough.
For those of you who don't know, I don't put my work life out there, but I'm actually in the military still. I'm in the Air Force. I get a lot of questions all the time like, hey, are you still in the Air Force? Because all I do is post like the videos and pictures of me going out. But I do work. I have 13 days left, and then I'm on my way to Ramstein, Germany. Shout out to my Ramstein people. I'll see you in a bit.
Did you want to go there? Like,
it was first on my dream sheet, but I realized like I really wanted to go back to the States. And a lot of people are like, oh my god, no, like Ramstein, like Germany is so fun. Like, yeah, I like traveling, but that's different. Like living in a different country is different than like, going on vacation.
It was a good time, but I mean, it's just like actually live there and be in it is completely different from visiting.
I've always wanted to go to Korea, and I thought like it'd be exciting living here. So many friends who like went to Thailand, who went to Australia. Bali was a big one. A lot of my friends went to Bali, and I like wasted my money on alcohol. Mom, if you're watching this, that was a lie. Just did his foundation. It's basically to cover all his
imperfections. I recently just started like buying makeup, experimenting, kind of inspired by Mark. Putting foundation on, like after I would put it on, like I don't wear it out or anything. I was just playing with it, you know. Lines all across my forehead. And then of course like around the mouth, like cause dimples.
Like I know,
face.
like on my forehead, like when like these lines, these happen when I laugh a lot. Someone like tries me at the bars, and then I'm like, that's when I get those lines. It's like,
there they go. If you're out at the bars, like nobody's really gonna like clock you or be able to see you.
Here we call our downtown area the Sed, and it's so dark down there anyway.
And it's so messy that you just blend in with everyone. So messy. So many marriages destroyed.
Oh lord. Actually, if you're watching this and you're a spouse of someone going to Korea,
yeah, I feel sorry for you.
I should have done his eyes first. I actually learned this from watching Drag Race, and this has become one of my like signature like tricks because I have very like chinky eyes.
So what does the tape do?
I remove the tape after doing his eyes. It's gonna be snatched. So when I do his eyeshadow, it's just gonna be like a clean line. And it's gonna be...
Are you going to prime the eyes with concealer?
So concealer, I am not a beauty guru. I don't like asking these questions. I don't know what I'm doing. I just watched YouTube videos and this is what they told me, so this is what's going to happen. So I'm gonna use a flat brush. This is a Morphe M166. I'm trying to be as professional as possible.
So who did you do makeup on for the first time?
I honestly can't remember who I did makeup for the first time.
You get a lot of people like requesting for you to do their makeup, right?
So that's the problem. Some people wouldn't see that as a problem because it's like, oh, you can make money and whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I am super lazy when it comes to photos, when it comes to makeup, when it comes to like really doing anything. Like it takes me forever and a day.
So in case you don't know, like he does really good makeup. Like he has some pretty iconic looks. Insert a couple stills here. He is pretty good. He's very humble. He can pull a look together, sis.
I wouldn't call them iconic. It's all in just like how much time you put into something. Like any other sport, any other hobby that you do, it's like the more you practice, the better you get at it. I wouldn't say I'm an expert. I wouldn't say I'm iconic or anything by any means. But I get compliments when I go out, and that's like really all that matters. This isn't strong enough. We're just gonna do 1 shot of vodka. Oh! Shout out to my turtles. Yeah, I don't use like... Maybe I'm drunk.
Which one are we gonna use?
James Charles. This is actually one of the most versatile palettes, and it's a Morphe palette. So I'm gonna start out with a Morphe M441. You know what I hate about Morphe brushes? Every time I buy a brush collection, every individual brush is wrapped in plastic. Ever since I started following the zero waste movement, like lifestyle, that is such a big thing. I used to live in Germany when I was younger, and they have like separate bags. They take recycling seriously, and you can get like tickets or fines for like not recycling. This is just like a neutral nude shade, and this is just to set that concealer. This is not a tutorial by any means. Like this is just me doing...
having fun.
Basically. I mean, it kind of is, if you think about it. You'll learn something. What I would have done first is would have started with the eyes, then done eyebrows, and then done the foundation. Like this isn't how I normally would have done my makeup, but like everybody has their routines, whatever you want to call it. Like I can't tell you how to do your makeup. If you want to do something special, you do it.
You generally like to do brows first. You can't like focus on the eye.
When I was doing Zach's makeup for the first time, his eyebrows were like
out of control.
I would look at the strays and I'd be like, I can't. Like eyebrows are... And I cannot stress this enough. Eyebrows are so important. Please do your eyebrows. What's poppin'? Who's going home? When you want that color to show up, you want that color to be there, you need to stamp it on instead of like brushing it on.
Were you like nervous to join like being gay?
I hit up my mom and I was like, Mom, I don't want to go to school. And then I dropped out like right then and there. And I decided to enlist in the military. I grew up like military brat, so none of this was new to me, like the lifestyle. I don't know my gay history, but when I was a military brat, like those weren't the things that I was worrying about as a kid. I wasn't thinking about how being gay would affect me being in the military. I like went back in time, oh, you're gonna join the military when you're
probably just laugh at
18.
you.
Yeah, they'd be like, who the fuck are you?
Were you like nervous at all?
The only thing I was nervous about the military was having to be in the shower naked with like 30 other dudes, because a lot of guys are like, oh, you're probably gonna love that. You're gonna be in a whole shower room. No, we have like 3 minutes to shower. 2, I'm like nervous as fuck because like I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like 3, like we're all getting yelled at by the MTI. He's the one looking at you. Scrub your balls and go. We got places to be. We got appointments. We got classes.
That's literally not even on your mind. You're so overwhelmed with everything. I do not have
time to look at your dick when I'm trying to scrub mine.
People there weren't even attractive. They're all like bald.
They do not put attractive people in the same flight as each other. There sure were some busted ass dudes. There's no reason to be looking at you to begin with. I'm not here to fuck around. I'm here to get through BMT. I'm here to graduate.
Yeah, same.
I never had a negative opinion of being in the military as a gay. Like the military's not new to me. It didn't scare me. Like the thought of like people discriminating against gays, like that's just like a normal human.
Yeah, it's just like a normal thing for us that we deal with every day.
Like so I already deal with that on a regular. People being in the military isn't gonna like deter me.
Yeah, it's not gonna be any different. I would say for me personally, the only thing like physically that I struggled with was literally like sleep deprivation. It was more of a mental thing for me.
There's still people yelling at you. I've gone through 2 shades already. I went through red orange kind of shade. This is more orange. That's what I'm using to like blend out. That's like the thing with blending. You kind of have to like take your time. A lot of people don't blend. I mean, if that's like the look that you're going for, go ahead. But I feel like it just looks so much smoother when it's blended like properly. Looks like a mess right now, but I swear like,
it's gonna come together.
It gets better. Anyone watching who wants to join the military, whether you're male or female, it's something in your mind that you think that you want to do, just jump into it. Like just do it. Because like yes, I may hate my life and yes, I hate my job, but I'm having a good time in Korea. There's a lot of benefits, so I'm not gonna sit here and be the recruiter that you wanted me to be.
It's what you're willing to give in order to get back.
It's like any other job besides the fact that we're owned by the government. I always like encourage people to join. It's been good to me. I know a lot of people who have had shitty experiences with the military, but it's all up to...
It's all what you make it, honestly. Honestly, what I tell people is you can be in the best place where you think you want to be, or you can be in the worst place. What really makes it is the people.
Yeah.
You meet some of the best people and make some of the best friends in your life, and then the military takes them away from you. A lot of those friendships are gonna last. We're all in the same boat, so we all just kind of understand, you know?
Like I can go anywhere and immediately just like start a conversation with a random stranger. Every single person that you meet in the military has gone through BMT. That one thing that you can talk about. Or where do you work? Like, oh, blah, blah. Oh, you work comm. Oh, you work maintenance, intel, whatever.
CE, yeah, wherever it is.
That's like where everything kind of like pops off.
Yeah.
There used to be a time where military was a sad time for gays, but it's definitely not like that.
Yeah, it's definitely changed. Everybody started becoming more accepting and just open. And honestly, I love that because we're all here for a limited amount of time. Why live in fear or spread negativity? If you don't agree with something, as long as they're not hurting anybody else, doing anything terrible, is it really that big of a problem for you?
That's like the sad part. Like there's always gonna be that person who will always have a problem with you. People from who have like said something about the gays and I'm like, why don't you say anything? He was like, well, they're just looking for a reaction. But like me, I will give them that reaction. I wanted to get into government because I wanted to be that change that I wanted to see in the world. As corny as it sounds, it has to start somewhere. And yeah, or whatever. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do like a semi-cut crease. It doesn't look as blended on camera, and I'm not done yet. The MAC 242 is one of my favorite flat brushes. I'm gonna go ahead back with the concealer to do that cut crease. This look that I'm doing with tape and everything, this is how I usually go out downtown. It's like really bold colors. That's just like my style of makeup. I don't have eyelids. I have hooded lids. I do a full eye look and then I look up and it's like gone. If you can hear the lens like focusing, it's the lens focusing. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like no one really teaches you, you kind of like learn for yourself and then you get better. But some people don't get better, so I'm sorry. So what I'm doing is like, I'm only going halfway and that's how I usually do like my cut creases. Like you're gonna wanna layer concealer a couple of times. The best way to do this really is to use the shape of the brush to stamp on the concealer. So if you can see, I don't know how to do it with people who have eyelids. This is crucial. And then I have to recreate it on the other side and that's like what f***s me up. I went a little bit over just so that when I blend it out, it will look okay. So what I'm doing now is just blending into that concealer. So going in with another flat brush. It's a M124 from Morphe. I just like sprayed into the air and then like catch the particles with my face.
Why do you spray the brush with it?
You're trying to get it wet because I feel like when things are wet, it's better. And it just applies better. So now you're gonna fill in the rest of the concealer with a shimmer shade. You can do a cut crease like however you want to do it. Just like when you were putting the concealer on, you're gonna want to only put it on the concealer, because once you like make a mistake, that little bump, like you'll see it and either overdraw it again or start over, and that's not fun. And just like I did with the base color, you're gonna want to stamp it because I feel like that's what works the best.
Say you're like stranded on an island and you only have one like an eyeshadow
like
palette
one thing.
or one thing.
I would have an Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow pomade, because if anything matters, it's eyebrows. Honestly, if I was on a stranded island, I wouldn't give a about makeup. People think like I wear makeup every day. I don't. Military, I can't wear makeup to work.
What do you feel like pulls the look together the most?
Your
Still brows, yeah.
And I'm just speaking from like personal
'Cause you're-
experience. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut and then do his other eye and his eyebrows as well, and then we'll get back to you in a minute.
We're back, bitches!
Hello. It's been a journey. I've done his eyebrows, I've done the contour, I touched up on foundation, and I did the other eye. Right now, we're just doing like the final touches. It's honestly been a journey. Shout out to the YouTubers that do this on the daily.
It's like 1:30 in the morning now. We took a break for a minute.
I had to get my grilled cheese on. So I'm going in with Jeffree Star's Supreme Frost Frozen Peach. And this, like, I've only used this like a couple times because the first time I used it, I was like, oh, this isn't doing it for me, because I usually use the Ofra highlighter, which is everything for me. This is definitely one of those highlighters that you have to like build up, like it doesn't just show up. But like once you're there, bitch, you're there and you're staying for the whole night. And I'm going in with a Morphe R36 brush from the Rose Gold collection. So I just had a new shipment of lashes. This is my regular lash. It's not even that crazy.
She wears some lashes.
So to me, they're not that crazy, but a lot of people see them and they're like, that's wild. Like that, I would never wear that. But this is like the lash I wear as a natural lash. Do y'all see this? This is my favorite
And
lash.
she says they're not crazy.
They're not crazy. The Jameer Faux Mink. Okay, and they're so good.
I've never worn a lash before.
Never?
Never, ever. And I'm also afraid of the glue, too. Like,
Me too. You should always trim your lashes. But one of the things like I like to do just to prep my lashes, like this is all just like lash prep. I wrap it around my finger just so that it's like rounded, and then that helps when you're laying it on your line. So I wear these so often that I already know like by eye like which like where to cut. We're actually the same size. That's where I would have cut it for myself.
oh. What if my eyes are uneven?
They're not, because I don't have time. I already had to do your makeup. You think I do this for fun?
Which one is it? This is the right eye, isn't it?
That's your left eye. Y'all see this. That's all I have for you guys today. This is the finished look. Asking for a makeup video for a while, here it is. The back of my knees are sweaty. Zach is sweaty probably. That's it for today's video. Like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what you think of this look. And then we'll see you in the next one.